Tight Talk Web is back. All right. Practice report number dos. Cool things that I saw. Defensive lineman Shawn was practicing the first group less than a week after his DUI and his arrest. Not surprised after the nature of the DUI. But let's go ahead and back up the truth trolley and all that. Baum came out, started crying about it, and said Saban wasn't accurate on penalties and punishment. And he's a newsman. I love Baum, but he went a little too far. Got to give it to him. He's a big man. He came back and apologized, said he was wrong. He didn't know all the evidence in the case because according to the newspaper reports, he was sleeping. He was drunk, yes. He was above the legal limit, but he was in his car asleep with the car turned off. Now, what got his ass is the keys were in the car, in the cab with him. If they had been in the trunk or outside, he'd been okay. It's basically an entrapment law to get DUIs and arrests. Is all it is. It's nothing but more than entrapment. Saban knew that. Yes, the young man had too much to drink, but he made the right choice in not driving. He made the right choice in not putting the keys in the vehicle. So hats off to you. Awesome, Baum. He'll play the first game of the season. Now, if he was driving, yeah, fry his ass. Don't let him play 5 games of the season. I get it. Totally cool. The right call was made. Anyway, we had Shawn Hamilton was practicing. Jersey with the first team middle linebackers. No surprise there. Bo Scarborough was back. White jersey running back there after a slow spring fall, his broken leg in the title game. The highest profile newcomer was LeBron Ray. He was working towards the end of the line with the group, so he probably won't play a whole lot this year. Christopher Allen and freshman Venarius Cowan working with the outside linebackers. Matt Womack lined up first group at right tackle. That's pretty cool. And freshman Alex Leatherwood was in the next group. You know, it's the 2 guys that I think will play a lot this year. I've mentioned before in last podcast. Jared Maiden, kind of cool. He was practicing with the cornerback, so maybe Saban was looking at doing something else with him. That was kind of cool. Freshman Fendarius Mathis wore Jonathan Allen's old number. Maybe he's trying to say, hey, new class is here. I'm ready to roll. So that would be pretty cool, where he talked about Deshaun Hand, blah, 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 blah. Now, another story I thought was really cool was Jalen Hurts there's all these stories that have been coming out about him having a chip on his shoulder and stuff. Ross Pitcher-Botcher was even noticed as saying, I think he has a chip on his shoulder coming into the season because of what everybody said in the past and giving him flack and grief. I thought this was really cool, though, to black out all the external factors. He has no Twitter, no Instagram. He's locked in. He doesn't listen to anything else anybody says unless it's his coaches or teammates. So all the negativity that could come from social media, he's blocked it out. He doesn't care because it's about him, it's about the team, and the progress of his progress in the passing game, his accuracy. He knows that. Now, if we rewind the truth trolley here a little bit, we see he completed 42% of his pass attempts, and only 31 of 65 pass attempts for 326 yards in the last 12 quarters he played during the 2016 campaign. That is a little scary. That's a little tough to play championship football like that. He probably got away with it because our defense was so damn good. But I think that will improve. He's been working his ass off. He went to the Manning Passing Academy. So he's doing those things that you want to see out of your quarterback. You want to see out of your leaders, and he's doing those things. Plus, you're seeing him coming into a new role because he's not fighting Blake Barnett. He's not fighting Cooper Bateman to be that leader, to get that starting role. He's already done that. He's established. I know a lot of people said, well, Tua Tagovailoa, well, you know, he looks like he's a better passer. Well, we're just seeing a few clips from a random game where they're playing their own team. That doesn't mean anything. Hurts has been there. He's been through the fire. He's going to start. There's no way around it. When they asked Hurts about it, he said, we're not looking back. The past motivates us, and we use that only as motivation. Let's move forward, which is really great. He's worked hard to address the issues of the chief weakness, which is accuracy. And he's really, really working that. He can throw the ball a quarter of a mile, but it's just accuracy he's been struggling with. I thought it was pretty cool. He went to the passing camp and got rave reviews from everybody at the Manning Passing Academy. And he's really soaked in knowledge from Peyton Manning about how he prepares for games, how he watches film, how he breaks it down, which those things are going to pay dividends this year. I just know they're going to be really, really great. And even Ross Pitcher-Botcher mentioned that. He really soaked in that knowledge, and he's kind of emulating that guy that Peyton Manning used to be about just being a really great on the film study. Peyton Manning even had at one time a built-in studio in his house so he could do nothing but review games and game films and practices and everything else. I know that people have mentioned it to Saban about Tua playing, and he keeps denying it. Now, he didn't mention in his press conference anything about Tua, but he did mention stuff about Hurts, and he said, this is what his quote, he said, the goal was stated many times before that we wanted to improve his ability to be more efficient, effective, confident passer, Saban said. I think he's made tremendous strides in the spring. We're not allowed to watch a lot of what they do over the summer, but based on his confidence, the poise that he played with in the practice today, I think there's a lot of improvement in his knowledge and his understanding and confidence. His leadership, his presence, and all those things, I think, have a real positive impact on the offensive team and the offensive players. I think he's really improved as a passer, and we look forward to that in the future. Now, you got to remember, he's got 15 games under his belt. Okay, he's got that one loss to really look forward to, see what he did bad, or correct that and move on. He's also got the ability, to run, which is a lethal threat. So I think all those things are going to play into everything he's done in the offseason. He's handled the offseason like a champ, as a true veteran, and that's awesome. That's really, really cool. Okay, there's something of kind of a note of interest I thought was kind of weird. Florida State receiver Devontae Phillips is facing 5 felony charges and suspended indefinitely. He will not face Bama. He was a very prolific receiver for them. Basically, according to this story, he was cashing and depositing items with intent to defraud, which is grand theft. So I imagine, according to the police report, Phillips was charged with 1 count of grand theft and 4 counts of fraudulently making bank deposits with the intent to defraud. The Democrat at Florida State was saying, or the paper near there, cited Leonard Circuit Court Records report Phillips bought 4 money orders for $485.89 at the Publix on Ocala Road last January, then altered each amount to the amount of $700. Do you guys see a pattern here about the Ocala Publix? Wasn't that where Jameis Winston stole those crab legs and took off running? Wasn't that the same place? Something's going on here. But anyway, yeah, he's screwed and all that. On the news, there was also a 4-star big commit, Utah defensive end Cameron Latou commits to Bama. Welcome to the Bama family, baby. I'll have more stories and interest tomorrow night. Yeah.